Good morning, guys. How's it going? All right, let's start. So, on this day in 622, the Muslim calendar, the Islamic calendar, begins. Remember from class way back in August, September, um, Muslim starts its calendar from when Muhammad fled Mecca up to Medina. Also on this day, in more religious news, on this day in 1054 is the beginning of the Great Schism, the split between the Roman Catholic Church and the Eastern Orthodox Church. If you remember, again, back to like September, this came about because of disputes over who had the power in the church and about the use of icons, statues, paintings, things like that, worship of it. All right, in 1790, the District of Columbia is established and named and deemed the capital of the United States. No one moved there yet because it was pretty much a swamp at the time, but it was deemed that's going to be the capital. For all you baseball fans, 1941, Joe DiMaggio hits safely in his 56th game. This would be a record that's still going on today. Also, 1945, the U.S. detonates the first atomic bomb in New Mexico, beginning the atomic age. All right, our quote: I am thankful for all those who said no to me. It is because of them I did it myself. Albert Einstein. Good job, Albert. And then the what? Late in his life, Voltaire developed the habit of living near borders. This way, he could more easily escape if his writings annoyed or angered the authorities. Remember, I talked, he had been exiled from France, from Russia, from several other countries because he would write stuff against religion, against monarchies, and they would get mad at that during the time of absolute monarchs. All right, so now Luke, when we're talking about tuna, we talking about tuna fish or like fresh tuna, right? Not tuna fish, like canned tuna or fresh tuna, because canned tuna is fresh tuna is awesome. So, is that your question about what about things like ROTC and band? If it's a whole year class where you get one credit for, you'll take that in one semester. At least that's my understanding. I don't know exactly how they did that up in Yulee when we did block scheduling. I'm not sure what the plan is for the coming up. Same would be with ROTC. We didn't have ROTC up in Yulee, so that wasn't even a concern. So good luck. I didn't see it till later, but I hope you did well on your driving test so that you can get your license in November. I tell you, having a kid that has his license just frees up the world. My son got called into work early today, and he drove himself because, well, we got him a car for graduation. But, so yeah, I had another article that did this out better, but I can't find it now. But so the current plan, the draft of the school board, and they're going to approve this sometime next week. I think the 21st is the day I saw. That will include real-time e-learning. Now, my understanding of this is that we'll hold classes like via Zoom or Skype or whatever district approves. Brevard Virtual School, probably FLVS would be an option too. They're very similar, but there are two distinct places. And obviously the in-person learning block where you would go to school. And and there is talk about that being blocked scheduling. The board did not make masks mandatory, which I think is kind of dumb, but it did make it mandatory on the bus or when you can't social distance. Or staff and students are expected to wear a mask when social distancing is not possible. We'll see how many students I have in my class, but I'm guessing it'll probably be around, if it was last year, I averaged, well, my honors classes, the average was 30. And in my other classes, can't count the VE class because that was small. My other classes, it was around 25. Okay? So I would think that you can't really social distance in that, but what do I know? They're going to change kind of the flow of the building. Probably you go in one door, out the other. In like the hallway, like in our hallway by my classroom, you would come in over that hallway by the computer labs or by the online learning lab over by the 800 wing, and probably you can only go that way, and then if you're leaving you have to go out the 600 by the 600 wing, excuse me, by the 600 wing. Don't know, I'm guessing, I haven't seen any of that. But yeah, making like hand washing breaks for hand washing, things like that. We'll find out more when they actually post it. The actual draft plan is posted on the school website. I haven't gone through it because it's really long and it doesn't all pertain to us. So there's that. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. So my question for you today is, what is your favorite flower? I think I'd have to go with peonies. We had a bunch at our house up in New York. They don't really grow in Florida. It's too hot. But they do well up north. So, all right. Have a good day. I will see you. I'm going to, I think I'm going to brew some more beer. That's what I'm going to do. I don't have to work out today. Today's a day off, which is good because my hands are getting a little sore from throwing kettlebells around. But have a good day. Oh, and Luke, not the biggest Pink Panther fan. Sorry. Something about that, that cartoon I used to see when I was a kid, I didn't like the cartoon at all. And so music just kind of like, eh. But I do like the stand-up bass. I do like that a lot. One of my friends actually plays one, and he's in the band up in New York, and we'd go watch him a couple of times. I thought it was pretty cool. All right, have a good day. See you guys.